I'm going to show you how I make my amazing morning oatmeal. Now, truth moment, it takes a bit more time than just popping up one of these packets of powder instant oatmeal. But the thing is, this is also packed with refined sugar. The oatmeal is instant, which means it's highly processed. Mine is none of that. Mine is sweetened with natural fruits, and it is fortified with sprouted organic grains, all kinds of really good stuff that's good for your body. So I'm going to show you how you make it. Here we go. Here's the ingredients list. For oatmeal, I'm going to use old-fashioned oats. That's my favorite. It's kind of in between instant oatmeal, which is highly processed, and steel cut or groats, which are not processed much at all. It's kind of in between, so it doesn't take forever to cook, but it does have a bit more substance and sticks to you, which is great for satiety. I'm also going to use natural sweeteners, fruit. Right now, Honeycrisp apples are amazing, so I chopped up some of those. I have a couple of dates. These are medjool dates. You just pit them, and then I kind of coarsely chop them, and I'll show you what I do with that. I'm going to top it with some walnuts that I'm going to eat that one. Some walnuts that I toasted really quickly in just a hot, the pan that I'm going to use to actually cook the oatmeal in before I put the water in it. And this bag here, I'm sorry I don't have the box anymore. It has organic sprouted wheat. It has barley, millet, lentils, sprouted spelt, soybeans. It has no refined sugar. This one is the cinnamon raisin version, so it has some cinnamon, raisins, a little bit of salt in it. It is absolutely delicious, and it's just so nutritious. So I'm going to cook some of that down with the oatmeal as well. And then I'm going to cream it up with some almond milk. So the first thing that I'm going to do, I don't know if you can see that, is just have a saucepan, a heavy saucepan with some water in it. I don't start cooking it off in the milk. And in that, I just added my chopped up dates. I'm going to let this simmer for just about 2 or 3 minutes. What it's doing is it's further softening the dates, and it's extracting some of the sweetness. Dates have a caramelly sweet flavor. They're amazing. And it's going to extract some of that into the water. So the oatmeal is actually cooking in sweetened water, which means you don't have to add sweetener near the end. Once the dates have softened up, the liquid's turned a little bit brown, which lets me know that I've gotten some of that natural sugar from the dates extracted into the water. I'm going to add in my chopped apples. I don't add the chopped apples in with the dates because if I do, the apples would turn to absolute mush. So just for enough time for them to get a little bit of softness and for some of their fruity sweetness to extract into the liquid. So we're going to have caramel and fruity goodness in this oatmeal. Now I have a nice light little simmer going on with the apples. I don't want them to cook too much because I want a little bit of texture to remain. So I'm going to put in a tiny pinch of kosher salt, because you always want to put some salt in to kind of, it just enhances all of the flavors. And this is the point where I'm going to pour in some of my Ezekiel cereal. Not too much. I imagine that's about 1/3 of a cup. So it's fibrous. I'll use those words. So I want to let this kind of cook down a little bit. I'm going to actually add a little bit of water and turn this down. And I'm going to let this cook for just a few minutes. I'm going to add a little bit of cinnamon. So now it's only been maybe about a minute. I added some more water to it to thin it out, and now I'm going to sprinkle in some oatmeals. Again, this is maybe half a cup, not a ton. Pretty close to the same amount that I put in for the Ezekiel cereal, but a little bit more oatmeal. I'm going to add some more water to thin it out. And I'm going to let this simmer for 3 minutes. Here it is. About 3 minutes later, I'm going to take it off this heat. And you see how The main texture is from the Ezekiel cereal. I put the oatmeal in last because I want to have that little flaky nuttiness of the oatmeal. Now, if I wanted the oatmeal to mush out more, I should have a better word, but to mush out more, then I would have put that in first before the Ezekiel cereal, and then I could have the Ezekiel cereal as the crunch. But this is the way that I really like it. I tasted it, and it is so yum. So now I'm just going to plate it. So there it is, plated.
Smells good.
I'm going to garnish with a couple of toasted, those nice toasted walnuts. And I like to add a small little river of almond milk. We're still a couple of weeks away from having our kitchen done, so I'm cooking on a hot plate in a makeshift setup. If you're blessed with a kitchen, why don't you take some time to make a little something that will be a blessing to your body? It's much better for you than those packaged versions, and try it. I promise you, it tastes much better as well. Take care. God bless. Be well. This is Nettie.